We're about to see the unbelievable faith of Gideon in this story today. So let's dive right into it. Gideon is considered by many to be one of the greatest men of faith. He led Israel to victory against the Midianites, even though he doubted God's call on his life. This is an amazing story. Let's dive in. Chapter 6 and verse 12 says, "And the angel of the Lord came and sat upon the stone before him and said, Gideon, Gideon, son of Joash." Notice the first thing that Gideon does when he sees this angel. Verse 13 says, "So Gideon said to him, O my Lord, if the Lord is with us, why then has all this calamity come upon us? What is our sin that thou shouldst deliver us into the hands of the Midianites?" Now Gideon was a good man, but look at what he says here. He questions God's presence. And how do you think this made God feel? Do you think this angered God? I think it'd be safe to say it doesn't make God happy when we question his presence in our lives, or in our nation, or in our world. But Gideon didn't stop there. He continued questioning God's heart. Verse 14 says, "And the Lord turned and looked upon him, and said, Surely my salvation is of him that goeth not after foolish men." Gideon then realized that God was speaking to him, so he said, "What is the sign that thou hast speakest with me?" Now Gideon was a good man, but he didn't believe this angel was really from God. Verse 16, "Then the Lord said to him, Because thou hast made mention of the fleece, I will do as thou hast said. I will make it cloudy, and I will tear it in pieces." And it came to pass that night that the Lord did make the fleece cloudy, and he tore it in pieces. Now it's important to note here that most translations actually say wool, not fleece. And Gideon had laid out his wool in the field. And God tore his wool or his fleece into pieces. Why did God do this? Was this some kind of special miracle that God did for Gideon? Or was it just God saying, "Hey, trust me"? Because the next day, when Gideon woke up and saw his wool torn to pieces, he still didn't believe it was an angel of God. Verse 20, "And Gideon said unto him, I pray thee, let me bring forth another fleece, and I will spread it for thee. And when thou hast spoken unto me the second time, I will arise and depart. If thou art hasty, be thou went for it." Okay, so Gideon thought to himself, maybe I just dreamed this, maybe it wasn't real. So he wants another sign. He wants another proof. Verse 22, "And the same night God said to him, Behold, I have made the fleece as dry as it was before. Now the dew is round about the fleece, and upon the fleece only. And there shall be found upon the fleece hailstones, and all the ground shall be dry. So he came and did lay down the fleece. And it came to pass that night, that the Lord caused the fleece to be wet with a cloud, and all the ground round about the fleece to be dry." Wow, here God gives him another sign. But then something interesting happens. Look at verse 28. "And Gideon said, Go hence in this strength of mine, and save Israel from the hands of the Midianites. Have not I delivered thee all those that are in the hand of Midian? And have I not shown thee that I am by thee, that thou may deliver Israel?" So God tells Gideon, now is the time to get up. Now is the time to act. You can sit around and doubt me all you want, but I am with you. I've shown myself to you multiple times. You've seen the miracles that I've done. Now is the time to put your doubts behind you and to go forward. Now this is a great lesson for us, because many times we doubt God's voice. We hear him calling us to do something, and we don't follow through. We sit in our comfort zones, and we allow fear to hold us back. I challenge you today to obey God's voice no matter what. Don't let fear hold you back any longer. Put those doubts behind you and go forward in faith. Chapter 7, verse 1, "And the Lord said unto Gideon, The people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands. Lest Israel claim for themselves, and say not, Our own hand have we delivered us. Thus might the Lord's salvation have been hid from that generation, from all the children of Israel. Behold, the Midianites are in the valley below. With thee is the multitude of Israel." Then he said unto the people that were with him, Take the now samples of water, every man of his bucket, and dip in the water, And take each of you a burning brand from under the ashes of the altar, and put it in the water. And he did it. And Gideon took the same number of men, and did the same. So it came to pass, that after they had done it, he sent them away every man to his place. Now God told Gideon that he had too many people, that he needed less. So God instructed him to take some water from their buckets, dip a brand from under the ashes of the altar, put the brand in the water. And whatever man didn't pull a burning brand out of the water, he was to be dismissed and go home. A total of 300 men did this, and these 300 men were the ones that followed Gideon to battle. Verses 19 through 20. And the 300 blew the trumpets and waved the pans. And the Midianites said, Who calls so? For they saw that the Midianites were troubled. They said, They are afraid of us, for we are too strong for them. Thus the Lord said unto Gideon, Thus shall ye do, I will give you into his hands, all the Midianites that day, and you shall defeat them. So the 300 men attacked the Midianites and defeated them. Wow. Now, what lessons do we learn from this incredible story? Well, first, never question God's presence or his heart. God doesn't like it when we question him. Yes, you can question him, but just know that he doesn't like it. Second, be careful to not ask for multiple signs. Gideon asked for 2 different signs, the tearing of the fleece, and the second sign of the fleece being wet with the dews of the morning. Third, when God speaks, act. Don't just sit around and doubt him. When God gives you a direction, act on it. Don't let fear hold you back. Instead, put your fear aside and move forward. You know, I love the story of Gideon because he shows us that we don't have to be perfect to serve God. He doubted God multiple times, but he eventually acted and moved forward in faith. My prayer for you is that you will have an unbelievable faith like Gideon. Never doubt God's presence or his heart. Be careful asking for multiple signs. When God speaks, act. Don't let fear hold you back. Put your fear aside and move forward. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button and share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Until next time, remember, God loves you.